Yeah, how's it going? Today is 24th of March, Sunday, and we're taking a look at what kind of opportunities are available up there. It's something that I have started some time ago. I thought I would be taking a look at finances, right? So it's an existing problem. See how we can solve this problem, right? That would be an existing problem in different country, different region. So it might be a tough one to solve, but either way, so there might be a lot of things happening, right? But either way, let's try to take a look at South Korean to take final steps to suspend doctor license starting next week. So the government did something, not necessarily good, not necessarily bad, but if they need to suspend some licenses up there for a large percentage of people, there's something happening, right? There might be some opportunities how we can help and solve this problem, right? This article was published on 21st, 3 days ago. So all things have started, I think, roughly about a month ago, but it's an ongoing thing, I believe. But either way, South Korea will take final steps to suspend the license of striking junior doctors starting next week. South Korea government will take final steps to suspend license of striking junior doctors next week, officials said on Thursday. The medical workers have so far refused to end their walkout despite the impact of the country's medical services. More than 90% of South Koreans, 13,000 medical interns and all residents, have been on strike for about a month to protest the government's plan to sharply increase medical school admissions. Okay, so that's in other words, that's a pretend, I guess. So qualifications might be very expensive, right? So perhaps that's a real problem. Qualifications, right? So I thought it's pay, how much the people are getting paid. That's an issue. So if you would ask me, we'll think it's not necessarily in the best possible way and how it could be organized and sort out. Perhaps people should be compensated for tackling very important problems. But either way, that strike has caused hundreds of cancelled surgeons and all other treatments and all hospitals. South Korea will, with its rapid aging population and low doctor to population ratio, needs more doctors. Officials say. Here we go. That's opportunity right there. If we cannot perhaps produce within local domestic market enough doctors, perhaps there might be some opportunities for people who like to travel, right? I don't know. I don't know. I guess I would like to go to South Korea, by the way, but either way. But doctors say schools can't handle an abrupt, steep increase in students, and there's a will be ultimately on German the country's medical services, right? Again, I don't know ins and outs because sometimes if you are experienced professional, your qualifications not won't be recognized within different regions, right? So it need to be all the standards need to be compatible, so to say, right? So I don't know all the ins and outs. Overall sector, I guess it's a problem. So I thought I'll bring more attention to it, but myself, I'm not interested that much in this particular sector. There's a lot of finance in the sector. Perhaps in the future, not in the beginning. I'm not that interested in all medical and everything with this kind of services. Perhaps in the future. Move to suspend licenses. The government has been taking series of administrative steps required to suspend their license after. I think they're referring to or junior doctor's license or existing doctor license after they missed the government set February 29 decline to return to work. The steps include sending officials to formally confirm the absence of strikes, informing them to possibly license suspensions and giving them chances to respond. Okay, so I don't know. Previously, I was watching something. I haven't been to South Korea. When it comes to engineering, I'm very interested. When it comes to engineering, I don't know medical field, but I think there was something previously that I managed to see about pay, how much firefighters would be paid. I have seen some of the protests happening. I think it was in South Korea, but I can't remember. it was still people. There was a lot of things happening, right? But in this case, though, take a look at doctors, right? Vice Health Minister Park Min-seo told briefly on Thursday that the government is expected to complete the steps for some of the strike doctors next week and will send them notice about its final decision to suspend their licenses. Park earlier said that under South Korea's medical law, the strike doctors could face a minimum 3 month suspension and even in this month's by suspectors for refusing the government's back to work order. He urged the strike doctors to return to work immediately, suggesting those who will need the strike and the strike could receive softer punishments. It is unclear where how many striking doctors will return to the hospitals at the last minute. So government, doctors, everyone probably can imagine, very important, right? To treat patients and all the sector, perhaps all the sectors was and still is under a lot of pressure. Let's close this video and progress to perhaps what other governments are doing within the sector, including UK. Let's see how if we can help, right, or address some of those problems, right. According to Park, none of the strikers who were informed of their possible license suspension has responded. Senior doctors at major university hospitals recently decided to submit their resignation next week in support of junior doctors. Still, most of them will likely continue to report to the work if they walk off the job. That will hurt South Korea's medical service severely. Either way, the UK did exactly the same thing. UK did a very similar thing. So, and while UK was undergoing so much pressure, they have increased a lot of pay. I think they even double it after some period of time, and or some of the contracts they have managed to agree upon, right? So that's an chest within UK. They have. I don't know what's happening. That's governments, right? So I think officials would make best decisions within those governments, right? But let's take a look at what UK is doing with regards to this crisis that South Korea is undergoing right now.